A lot of stories have been written about loss in one way or another. A lot of poems, a lot of songs. For good reason, I think. As human beings, we have to kind of make sense of it all the time. There's death, of course. There's just the simple passage of time. And as time passes, things fade, they go away, things dissolve, rot, turn to dust. There's a level of loss that's always occurring for humans, something we have and now we don't have it. But I think that writing teaches us a lot about the nature of it with our stories, and not just the stories about loss, but every single sentence we write and delete. Every sentence we put down, it's an idea, it's something we have hope for. And all of us have laid down a sentence, laid down a paragraph, and realized, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to serve this story. And so we delete it. And all, I know it's small, but all our kind of hopes we had invested in that paragraph, or maybe that whole chapter, or maybe a whole book. Yeah. How many of you have written entire drafts of books and then never even submitted them, sent them to your agent or tried to? I know I have. I have. I've written whole books. Happened to me recently. Wrote a whole draft of a book and thought, showed it to my wife, got her feedback, and I thought, I don't think this is it. I don't think I want to pursue this book. And all the ideas I had for that book and what would come of it and what I hoped for it, it was a kind of death, you know. I had to let go of what I thought would come from it, the dream I thought that would come from that very book. But we go through this in everything, not just complete stories, scenes, paragraphs, sentences. We're always putting down ideas and going, no, that's a kind of death in a way. And writing really has helped me understand death in an everyday way, that there's always ideas coming up and going away, things coming up and going away. And it's all right. It's part of the natural creative process. And, every time I delete something or don't pursue a story, there's a tiny bit of, I guess you could call it grief for this idea of what I thought would come from that. But it was just an idea. And I've come to understand that writing is an expression of something that already exists within me and that is looking for its full expression. And so when I delete a sentence, when I get rid of a scene or don't pursue a book, finish it and don't try to pursue it, I'm just acknowledging it, that whatever that is not a full expression. And so we're on to the next thing, but I've not lost anything. I've not lost anything. The thing that wants expression is still within me, is always within me. And my ability and my interest in expressing it just goes and goes and grows and grows. Feel it in yourself. The thing that wants expression, it's going to take many forms. You'll write many different stories, poems, songs, movies, but it's always within you. You can't lose it. And all the death is really just the withering or the fading of ideas that served a purpose for a time. And then it's on to something else, to the new story, the new idea, which is always in service of you and your life, the thing that is eternally within you. Yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in. As always, if you don't want to miss a dose, hit subscribe. And if you like it, say so. I love to hear from you. So, till next week, this is Bill Kenower. Stay fearless.